Hi everyone, it's Linda from Linda's Ease in Arlington Heights and my camera person Debbie.
Oh, hello, I'm back.
I wanted to tell you a couple of quick things before our sew club. We are going to have our sew club today by virtual, and what we are doing, and Mary, our manager, is going to be doing it, and so we filmed it and we're going to show it to you in a moment. But for those of you that aren't members of Sew Club, we meet once a month. We have afternoon and an evening session. We have always a new project that is going on, and during that Sew Club we share different ideas. And let me tell you, the things you guys have been sending in, I don't know if we can post them all, there were so many, but I think there'll be at least 10 or 12 pictures of our members that have done wonderful things at home, because we're at a stay-at-home, what do they call, shelter in place right now. But we are not going to forget about you because we want to have this community going. So that, number one. Number two, well, that maybe is number one actually, is what we did here. Look at, just show a little sampling.
Sure. So these are some of the masks that Mom made. Mom is sewing up a storm.
20, I think, so done last night. And, but it's not me. What you guys have done, I'm in awe. I'm in shock, actually.
We all are. The response has been amazing. Amazing. Hundreds of people are offering, 5, 10 masks and 25, sometimes more. And we're just amazed. Most importantly, thank you, right, Mom? Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say that enough. Guys, I think we're all concerned right now, but it is going to get better. I just want you to know that. And I have heard so many positive things from people. They're saying they're getting their sewing rooms cleaned. Oh, I can't imagine. I haven't got mine yet. That's why you're seeing it here. They are saying that they are spending time with their family, which I just love to hear. They're going for walks. They're getting outside. So there's really some good things going on, guys. I want you to be positive, and we're going to continue on with some. They might be a little shorter, some of these videos, but it's going to be great for you. And we just want to thank you. There is a bin on our picnic table outside of our door. It'll be there from 10 to 4 every day. You can put the masks in there.
Not on Sunday, but from Monday through Saturday, correct?
Yeah. So feel free to do that. I know some of you have, a lot of you have sent them to us already. We've gotten responses. The only reason we're doing the form is so that we can track how many we're getting. It has been fabulous. It's just I can't even tell you what a wonderful
It's the humanity in you guys. It's coming out. Thank you so very much.
So now I want you to learn something today, and we are going to turn this video over to Miss Mary, who is manager.
Take it away, Mary.
Hi, this is Mary over at Linda's Ease. I'm the store manager, and I'm bringing you Sew Club. It is a different time and place, so I'm bringing you Sew Club via video. Anyway, today I'm working on the Bernina 590. The Bernina 590 has beautiful stitches. It comes with embroidery. This is your hoop. It also has 2 other sizes. This is the Barbie box, what we affectionately call the Barbie box of feet that will come with your Bernina 590. It is both a sewing machine and a embroidery machine. It has, and I'll explain this as we go, the world's largest bobbin. It holds up to 80% more than any other bobbin, and you're going to get a chance to see the bobbin winding in action. We're going to do a foot today, some gathering. The Bernina 590 also has what we call a dual feed system, and that means we have a built-in walking foot. Now, what that is we pull this little lever down, and it will fit into the back of any of the Bernina D feet because it has this opening. And what that does is it will help feed your fabric evenly. That is one of the pluses of this fantastic machine. But for right now, we're going to take the foot off. Simple one-handed release system. And we're going to wind the bobbin. The bobbin is this large jumbo bobbin. It will only fit on one way, so you can't miswind the bobbin. We're going to put it on. And we're going to wind our bobbin. So it's a nice quiet. We can speed it up, slow it down. It will click off when we're done. We're going to stop it now anyway. We have a nice thread cutter here. Bobbin Insertion 101 is very easy. It will only fit in one way also. Now I have my bobbin inserted. If I need to get my bobbin out, all I have to do is press that little knob right there and my bobbin will fall out. To insert it, we're going to just pop it in. It snaps right into place. I use my thread cutter and I shut my door. Today's foot is going to be foot number 3. It is a manual buttonhole foot, but I'm going to use it for a totally different reason. It is also a gathering foot. So we're going to put it on. Bernina's feet you can put on one-handed operation just like that. Take it on and off. And now we're going to thread up the machine. Always make sure you get that take-up lever, and you notice I'm flossing so that I have pressure. You do this with any machine that you own. I want to put my foot down with the automatic down. I want to go needle up, needle down so that my needle is in the highest place to thread with my needle threader. And there I am threaded. I should have cut my thread beforehand, but I didn't. So today, the stitches that you have on the machine, if we go back to the beginning home screen, we can go into sewing, we can go into the primary folder, and this is a scroll. We do want to use, I'm going to show you which stitch we're using in a moment. We have decorative stitches. Each of these folders contain many more stitches. Now we're on our alphabets, buttonholes, quilt stitches. Oops. I should have my stylus out and not my fingers. And then we have even the heart means we have memory to put in our favorite stitches. So we're going to go back to the stitch menu. We're going to use the stitch. You can see what it looks like. On this particular machine, it's number 12. It is a zigzag stitch that's broken up. My mother taught me this technique years and years ago. This is how she would gather all of our bed skirts. And she'd call me home and say, it's time to gather the bed skirts. So what she used was GIMP cording. GIMP, you can't always find GIMP anymore, so this is coordinate thread, which will do the same purpose. It is a 12 weight thread, and we're going to cut a sum. And we're going to put it on the back of the foot. I want to show you this foot. This foot has tunnels underneath. And what we're going to do is take our coordinate thread, feed it through the hook in the front of the foot, and run the coordinate under it. So it's in those two little channels. We're going to have that come out the back of the machine, put the foot back on. Going to run underneath. Now, if I was joining a long expanse of fabric, I could tie a knot on the two back ends, but we're not, so I don't have to do that. This is my fabric to be gathered. It's going to go face down, wrong side up on the machine. I'm going to take my foot pedal, lower my foot, and we're going to gather again. It's this stitch, and I'm just letting the machine pick my stitch length for me and width. And at a medium speed, I'm just going to sew. And you can see it's starting to gather now. And if that bothers you, just pull a little bit and straighten it out. So what's happening is the foot is moving forward. It's pulling with the little loop, the threads. The threads are beginning to gather it. You can do this in the middle of the fabric if you want a shearing look. You can do it on each edge of the fabric, one on either side if you want a strip of puffing. This is a great home dec, useful foot and technique. I have speed control on my 590, so we're not gonna, because that's gonna bounce it for the camera. Sorry about that. So we just lowered it back to medium speed. And so now we're gonna scissor cut. Oops, I put the wrong button, sorry. It tied off, it's gonna cut and lift. Pushing it down so that the looped end here, it can't go anywhere. Traditionally, we used 2 lines of straight stitching to do gathering. And sometimes you broke one of those lines of gathering because it was just thread. So now I've got gathering. You don't have to take that thread out. There's no need to. And again, this was coordinate thread. And this is what it'll look on the back side. And I can get that as tight as I want. I can go even tighter. This thread is not going to break like it did when you were using 2 lines of stitching. Or I can even pull it apart and loosen that up as much as you want. And there is my gathering. All right. Hi, it's Mary again from Sew Club. Now I'd like to show you some product that I had in mind to talk about. Most of you know about the Big Book of Feet. If you don't, you need one. Even if you don't own the fantastic Bernina machine, I don't care what brand of sewing machine you own, you need the Big Book of Feet. In this is the encyclopedia of all the different feet that Bernina makes. Well, guess what? The Bernina foot is going to look different than the Brother foot or the Juki foot or the Kenmore foot or the Fa foot or the Viking foot or your plain old sewing foot. But the technique you need to do it, it's the same the world over on that particular foot. So this is the Big Book of Feet, and look at, not only is it your description, but they're full of ideas of what to do with that particular foot. They also came out with the Big Book of Embroidery, a guide to Bernina machine embroidery. Now, I've looked through this. The first third of the book and the last third of the book are generalized embroidery knowledge that anybody can use. The middle third is geared towards you Bernina owners that have the embroidery machines. But again, I'm adding this to my stash of encyclopedia references because, again, it's such a wonderful book. It talks about embroidery supplies, it talks about stabilizing, it talks about your different scissors, it talks about a world of different things that as an embroiderer you need to know. Bobbin savers, we have them in various sizes, from the biggest for the most jumbo bobbins for the Bernina to our regular standard size bobbins for everybody else. This one happens to be one of my favorites because it holds a lot, as does the round ones. They just snap in and out, and guess what? If you put them with the thread size down, your thread tails aren't going to go anywhere. You've often heard, and I think it's online already on our product page, about our tweezers. In the store here, we call these our test tube tweezers because they do come in a test tube. They have a nice little pinpoint point. If you have a thread stuck underneath, in your bobbin case area, in your bobbin case, in your throat plate area, in your take-up lever that you can't get to, try these test tube tweezers. They're long and they're narrow and they're very good grabbers. This is the coordinate thread that I was talking about today when we did the gathering technique. It is a 12 weight thread. Actually, they're calling it a 30 weight thread. It is a very thick thread. If you're using this in your top and your bottom in the sewing machine to sew with, a lot of people think it's like a top stitching thread. It is, but you will have to play with your tension if you're using this in your bobbin case and on top. What we recommend then is to do it very careful, but I have found over the years, because GIMP thread is hard to get, that this is a wonderful GIMP thread substitution. These are micro brushes. They're already on our website. They come in a package of 25. We use these for the cleaning out of your bobbin case after you've already brushed it out. It's a micro brush and it gets the rest of the dust that you might not even be able to see out there. So these are wonderful to have in your stash. And I believe you all know what these are for, to put in your little tweezers and your scissors and things like that. It's Mary from Linda Z's again to finish off Sew Club, and I'm on my last sewing machine, which is actually a serger. And it is the Accolade, and I'm going to finish by air threading the lower looper. Watch this, watch for it. And there it is, it's already threaded. It's a quick, easy threading system. But what I wanted to show you today is a lot of us are working and doing the toilet paper run to the store, paper towels. Well, I've always used washable, disposable paper towels. These are my rags, obviously, but it's also my paper towels. And this is what we call a car rag at my house. Obviously, one of my boys or my husband or somebody has used this as a car rag. It's made it to my box of rags, and when I'm in need of new washable paper towels, the serger is your best bet. I can now put what we call a 4-thread edge. I'm cutting and overcasting in one. Now I'm going to run this edge, put an edge on this one. And yes, it's a little noisy, I'm sorry. I will fray check this edge, and now I have a washable paper towel. No need to run out to your local store in a panic because you don't have enough paper towels. I've used this system for years, and it's very easy. So thank you from Mary at Linda Z's. This has been a brief Sew Club, but we'll see you when the world settles down again. Thank you.